Grand Eagle will soar once again, but this time under the code name that I believe Bo came up with himself.
Definitely.
Called Operation Lazarus.
Now, stories differ on what exactly happened, how the genesis of this really came about. But one goes that in 1980, Ross Perot holds a big old party for 600 Green Berets in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Greitz meets him there. Another one is that Greitz goes down to Texas and meets with Perot, but nevertheless, these guys were close. They were boys. And he claims that Perot gave him a mission from the DIA head General Tai, who would years later testify that there were POW MIAs missing in Indochina, to rescue some POWs. Now, there are more serious claims that he was actually given the mission by the Army's intelligence support activity.
Yeah, according to Stephen Emerson, the ISA provided Bo with, quote, tens of thousands of dollars worth of cameras, polygraph equipment, radio communications, and, super important, tickets to Bangkok.
So Greitz funds this operation in part by selling book and movie rights to Clint Eastwood and to William Shatner.
Yeah, Shatner was really into this.
He was really into this. We got to get Shatner on the show to talk about Greitz. Actually, we got to get Bo Greitz on the show, but that's a story for another time. That's the funny thing is, like, he was really like, Bo knows the cinematic qualities of this. And remember, this is pre-Rambo First Blood Part 2 coming out. Bo is, like, ahead of the curve on this stuff. A lot of the books that I read claim that, like, we don't know how Clint Eastwood got in touch with him, but I found that it was from a book called The Heroes Who Fell from Grace by Lee Tippin, says it was via Clint's agent. So Clint starts flying Bo up to his Mount Shasta ranch. They like show off all this night vision to Clint. Clint's like, here's fucking as much money as you want. The raid was planned to be off the books, but when they needed extraction, they would send a message to Clint Eastwood using Litton Industries, which has been since sold to Northrop Grumman, devices. And Clint was supposed to go to meet Ronald Reagan, to fly to the White House to meet Ronald Reagan and bust in and be like, you need to get these boys out right now. That was their plan for this.
That's such a fucking stupid plan.
It's insane. Can you imagine
there are so many things that could go wrong, even if you're like, oh, but we got these like high-tech radios.
It's like
to communicate with each other.
If your extraction from a hostile country revolves around fucking Clint Eastwood busting in the door on Ronald Reagan, you were out of your fucking gourd.
Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein.